Okay, class, we are going to look at Unit 12, and it is about transport and communication in the whole world. And under this lesson 1, let us define transport and look at different forms of transport used in the whole world, including Rwanda. So what is transport? What is transport? Transport refers to the movement of goods and passengers from one place to another. We are emphasizing movement of goods and passengers. We are trying to avoid words like services because we believe these passengers traveling are the ones to provide or enjoy services. After all, services are invisible, they are not tangible, and this is why we avoid using this word in the definition. Places where journeys start and end are called terminals. In transport, points where journeys start and end are called terminals. Terminals for land transport are called bus stations or train stations. Terminals for air transport are called airports. Terminals for water transport are called ports. In short, buses and cars stop at stations, aeroplanes land at airports, and boats and ships anchor on ports. There are two types of ports underwater transport. These include seaports and inland ports. The seaports are on coastal areas or on coasts, and inland ports are ports within the interior of countries. They are not on the coast. Every port needs a productive hinterland. This is very important. Every port needs a productive hinterland. What is a hinterland? A hinterland is an area served by the port. For example, we have Port Mombasa in Kenya, and it serves countries like Rwanda, Uganda. So Uganda and Rwanda are hinterlands of Port Mombasa. Forms of transport. We are using the word forms. Forms are bigger than types, and types are bigger than means. Let me give one example. Land is a form of transport. Road is a type of land transport. And a car stands for means used on road. So we have three major forms of transport used all over the world, and these forms include land transport, water transport, and air transport. What is land transport? Land transport is the type of transport that operates on land. It operates on land, it's obvious. Then we have different types of land transport. We shall even discuss others in other lessons to come. But type number 1 is human portage or portage. It is a type of land transport, human portage. How does it work? This is when people carry their goods, carry their load, carry their luggage on their heads, on their backs, in their hands, and move on foot. It is very common in our poor countries. Most of the countries in Africa use human portage. We walk on foot, we carry goods on our backs, on our heads, and in our hands. This illustrates the photograph here illustrates human portage transport. These are people carrying goods on their heads, moving or walking, and here is a vehicle. Maybe they want to load these goods on a vehicle, but they are carrying them on their heads. Then we have advantages of human portage. Advantages of human portage transport. What are the good things of using this human portage transport? It helps in inaccessible areas. It is the best to use in remote areas where cars may not reach. It is cheap. You don't pay anything. It needs only physical energy. It does not require any skills. You don't need to have gone to school in order to carry goods on your heads. You only need physical fitness. Disadvantages of human portage. It is very slow compared to other forms of transport and other types. For example, you cannot compare human portage with air transport, with road transport. It requires a lot of human energy. In short, it is tiresome. It does not carry heavy goods. This is obvious. It is not good for urgently needed goods because it is slow. Goods which are needed urgently cannot be transported by a human being walking on foot. For example, newspapers, medicine. It is local and backward. If somebody sees you walking on foot when others are on a bus, he calls you local, traditional, and backward. Thank you.